Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Tuesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to our friends over in Adelaide, of course, the city of churches, and speak with another Premiership team that won in 2021 and be hoping to make that a double in 2022. And of course, that is the Lockleys women's football team. And of course, they play in the Adelaide Footy League competition. And of course, we've got two very special guests joining us right now that tell us a bit about the preparation for the upcoming season. Thanks both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Will.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position both of you will be playing or hopefully be playing once the season gets underway.
I'm Jess and I played in the midfield last season and I'll hopefully be fit enough to have another run in the midfield this season.
I played in centre half back. I joined, I think, around about round 5 last year from Victoria, and I'm actually playing Samford at the moment. And I think it's if we play 8 games, we can't qualify to go back to local league. But I'm really looking forward to joining in on training.
You mentioned that you're playing Samford W at the moment. Now, if my memory says be correct, you're playing for West Adelaide. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. So you mentioned that obviously if you get to 8 games, you don't get play local. So are you hoping somewhere around, obviously you want to play every single Samford W game. But is there something in the back of your mind, maybe thinking, maybe I might just miss 1 game so I can still play for my local team?
Jess would like to say yeah, but no, I'd really like to keep developing myself, and but I love the social side and the team culture that we've got at Lockleys. So yeah, I'll be around for sure.
So tell us a bit about the pre-season. Well, obviously I can't really ask you, Jess, because you're playing for Samford at the moment. But tell us a bit about the season so far.
We started late last year. So November, we were just getting out there trying to get some girls to come back because we had a bit of a break, and I think everyone enjoyed that break. So it's very hard to come back out and start running around kicking the ball. But they've definitely picked up numbers, towards the start of this year. So we've got a new coach. So he's just getting a feel for the girls. We're getting a feel for him. And yeah, it's been good just getting out there, having some fun, getting some K in the legs and getting our skills back up to scratch, really.
So let's wind the clock back to 2021. Tell us a bit about the grand final and the way that you've won it.
It's a while ago now.
It was a while ago. It's a bit of a blur. It wasn't the best day for it. It was really, really windy and just horrible. And we'd kick it and try and kick it straight, and then it would just go straight out and just chasing it. But I don't know. I think we just knew we had to band together, play the football we knew we could play, especially, because there were so many nerves on the day. Everyone was very worried. There were such, expectations put on us. But it was tough. It was a tough grind because the team we played were great and they'd improved a lot over the season. But we just stuck to it, did our best and got the win in the end.
I think ultimately I've played in a few premierships, and ultimately the winning success is founded around the team's relationship with each other. So I think we had a great team bond throughout the year.
When was it a point in the game that you felt, the premiership's ours and you got a chance to enjoy the moment?
Final siren went.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
Because it definitely wasn't like we were a lot in front. It was very touch and go. So yeah, it wasn't until that final siren that we're like, all right, we've done it. Good job.
Justin, who got to hold the Premiership Cup first?
Being the captain, I did. So yeah, the coach and I went up to receive it. But as soon as I got back to the girls, it was very quick to hand it off so everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't think you got it back for it. I don't think you got it back for a while. You're probably the last one to get a photo with it.
Yeah.
Jess, how good was it to hold the cup first? before your teammates somehow wrestled the Premiership Cup away from you, and obviously, as mentioned before, you didn't get it back for a while.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like it was surreal. I guess it was a good feeling because all our hard work, you know, was worth it. Like either way, win or lose, we're out there. We've improved from, you know, week to week. But yeah, just getting that kind of, I guess, recognition, and you know, not many people win a premiership in their, you know, football career. So to do it in my second year, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think following on from that, Jess played in the first year that Lockleys had a women's team, and it was a pretty tough year.
Yeah, we didn't kick a goal in our first year, so it was very tough. And yeah, to want to put the boots back on the next year and do it all again was kind of a bit, you know, it was tough. And it was amazing that all the girls, well, most girls did come back for a second year, and to get that kind of reward at the end was even more amazing, because going from not kicking a goal in our first season to then winning the premiership was, yeah, pretty cool.
Right, so you went from bottom to top in 1 year.
Not bad.
Yep.
I guess how good was it to bring the cup back to your premiership team, Jess, and especially getting to that team photo?
Yeah, it all just went really quickly. So like the moment that we, you know, got the cup, got the photo, and then getting the cup to the girls, and I think everyone just kind of like, we screamed and, you know, had it in the air and stuff, and then just automatically everyone just got into a line to get a photo. Like just, it was just really weird. No one said get into a photo. Like it was just automatic. Everyone just like knelt down ready for the photo. It was just, it's bizarre. It was weird.
One of the only times anyone actually wants a photo.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, how long did you wear your premiership medals around your necks for? And did either of you sleep with it?
I didn't sleep with it. Jess, you would.
I didn't.
No.
Yeah, look, we wore it that night and the next day. But no, I didn't sleep in it. Didn't trust myself not to choke myself by accident.
I think some girls actually did wear it to work. I don't know. Some that were really,
Probably, yeah.
attached to it, yeah.
I always ask this one as well. I know we're living in COVID times at the moment, but did either of you kiss the Premiership Cup at any stage?
No, I didn't think to do that. No.
I don't think I did either, actually.
Didn't think out of it. Did you?
No. I think, yeah, some people cracked the top off and had a bit of a drink, but no, I didn't do either, actually. I was pretty tame.
Need to get another one so we can give it a
Yeah.
shot.
All right. Going into, 2022 now, you know, what's the expectations? And also I have to ask, did you go up this year?
Yeah, so we've gone up 2 divs, actually. So we weren't expecting it. We only want to go up 1 div and do it how the boys do it and, you know, make it off merit. But I think they've been trying to condense the divisions a little bit. So we ended up going up 2 divs. But it is a bit of a mismatch kind of div. Like there are people from all over other divs. So we're hoping it might be fairly similar to the, you know, div 4 and div 5. But there's not a huge expectations on us. I think the coaches just want us to go out there, play our best footy, hopefully make finals. But, you know, just go out there, do our best and hope for the best, really.
Early days, yeah. Yeah.
Now, Harry, you're currently playing at SSS10THYR, which is obviously much higher again. So how's that travelling for you?
Yeah, really good. I'm loving it. We're on a little bit of a losing streak at the moment. We won our first round and followed by 3 losses. But I'm really loving it and loving challenging myself and working amongst a great group of women and coaches as well. Yeah.
I wasn't going to mention about you losing your team's losing streak at the moment. So we might bypass that. But I have to ask, you, Harry, this question then. What did that mean to you to not just play Sample W for West Adelaide, but also representing Lockleys while you're at it?
Yeah, it means a lot. I moved from Geelong to Adelaide last year. I was thinking I wouldn't play footy and realised I needed to make friends. So got back into it and knew a mutual friend in the team and made so many friends. Lockleys is home for me in Adelaide. So I'm very happy to represent them playing at West Adelaide.
So has your Lockleys teammates got around you at some of the games so far this year through 4 rounds?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely have been asking me how it's been going, and a lot of them came to the first round, which was a good round to come to because we won. It seems like a lot of the guys keep look at the stats and stuff like that, even though I'm down the bottom. But it's just nice that they're showing interest, and same with the senior women as well. Yeah.
Yes, I need to ask you that. Obviously, I'm sure you went to that first game, or at least been to a couple of her games. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how much is a motivation for you? Is that something you want to do? Is that motivation for you to hopefully get there yourself?
Oh, like it's amazing to watch Haz out there and, doing the best and, playing the highest level that she wants to play at. I've always thought about it, and I went out to the trials with Haz at the end of last year. I guess my running patterns and some of my skills just went up to scratch. But I've got a lot of, I have a horse as well, so I do have him as another sport, so trying to find the time to do football, eventing and work and everything like that was just too much for me, and I couldn't commit to the 10K running and 3 trainings a week that I did in the preseason. But you never know what this year might do, and I might decide to go out there and give another crack. But I'm happy just playing at Lockleys. I love the girls, I love the people, and I'm also just doing it for a bit of fun, bit of fitness.
So how did both of you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
So I've actually, I've realised before this interview that I've been playing for 8 years, and my skills should reflect that, but they don't.
Oh.
So I did 3 years of juniors, and then I've done 4 years since. Is that right? Yeah. And I'm actually really lucky. Out of all of the seasons I've been playing, I've been involved in a premiership each year, and lost one. So I'm one of those lucky ones, and I don't know. It's some years, like throughout the season, you get sick of winning, and you want a challenge. Especially when I was playing juniors, we were beating teams by like 150 points. So yeah. But I got involved in footy just to make friends. Yeah. I started out as a very, very lanky ruck.
Yeah, as for me, I played in the Lockleys inaugural year in 2020. My partner plays at the club, and when they said that they might be doing a senior women's team, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a crack. So I decided to learn a new sport and go and play football. So yeah, this year's only my 3rd year in the sport.
Coming from an equestrian background.
Yeah. So a sport that you're not playing with any footballs or tackling or anything like that.
Harry, I need to ask you this question then. So you just mentioned throughout your football journey, you have not missed a grand final. Am I correct? Is that how I've interpreted it?
Yeah.
So
I've lost one grand final. That's
Okay, so 7 out of 8. So you must tell us where have you won all these other premierships?
Yeah, I've just been following the good players. So I started out at St Mary's, because you're from Melbourne, so you might know, but I started out at Newtown and Chilwell, and then went to St Mary's. And, did a season in Geelong's VFL, and then had a year off where I worked on a cattle station, and then now I'm here.
So I have to ask you this then. Obviously, you won the best on ground in that grand final. which obviously in the Premiership win for Lockleys. So how do you think you played in that grand final, and were you surprised that you got it?
Yeah, definitely surprised. I think I had a good game, but there are a lot of girls that had a good game, and we obviously played a team game to win the Premiership. And yeah, Millie was definitely another standout amongst a few other girls. So yeah, definitely surprised.
Jess, you've got a pretty good resume yourself because you won the association medal as well as back-to-back now club best and fairest. So, Jess, were you surprised that you got any of those medals? I'm sure you were, but were you?
Yeah, a little bit actually. Like even this year, some of the girls, well, most of the girls were like awesome, and they just, even the new girls picked up football like it was nothing. I did win the association medal was with my ruck, so we were like joint winners. And yeah, I reckon I only won it because she was tapping the ball to me perfectly, so I definitely owe it to her. And yeah, with the club BNF, I reckon I played every game, whereas some of the girls that were like second, third, fourth, fifth, they missed a few games. So I think if they played every game, they definitely would have caught me, that's for sure.
I don't know about that.
What does the sport of football mean to both of you, especially being there at Lockleys?
Yeah, it means so much. It's hard to answer that question. I sometimes think I don't think I'd have many friends at all if it wasn't for footy. Like it seems crazy, but in a year of footy, so you might play with 30 girls, you literally make 30 lifelong friends. So for me, it's definitely a great social outlet, and obviously really good fitness wise as well.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there with the friendship thing. Like that's definitely what brings you out there, because you've got 30 girls that have the same kind of I guess motivation, morals as you do. Like you work pretty hard to get match fit, game fit. You get beaten up on the field a little bit, but it's nice just to have a group of girls around you that all value you and just like you value them. And it's nice to have someone and people you can go to if you're having a rough day. You can go out to training and just forget about it, run around, have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And especially at Lockleys too, like the boys there get around us, they support us, they come out to our games, come out to some of our training. So it's really special to have the whole club behind you, and win or lose, they're proud of us just for getting out there and actually having a team and playing the game.
What would be your advice to people that should get involved in footy, especially down there at Lockleys? And you must as well tell us whereabouts your home ground.
So we're on like Rutland Avenue in Lockleys, so it's close to the airport. It's central, and we've got big redevelopments happening. So we had a huge redevelopment of our club rooms in 2020. 2020, and then this year we've got some big lights, so we have a lot of night games. So we're going to have some quadruple headers with the boys. There'll be C grade, B grade, A grade, then us. So that'll be really awesome. And we've got an Indigenous round coming up. We'll have our Pride round that we had last year as well. And we've got some of our 17.5s that are training with us, and they'll be playing a few games with us, just get a feel what seniors is like. So it's a real one club, whole club, and it's going to be a really good year, I reckon.
Yeah, and as Jess was just saying, there is that grassroots program, so it's great for young girls wanting to get into footy and they can progress onto the senior team.
I always ask this question to all the players that I have on the show. So what have both of you learned from each other?
Haz takes on the game. That's what I've watched her play, and like sometimes I get the ball and I hesitate, but then I see Haz, she runs up, grabs the ball and just runs with it. And what she did on the grand final, she got the ball in the half-back line, ran along the wing, took a bounce, took the game on, didn't care if there was someone around her that was about to tackle her. She just was like, I'm going, I'm running. took a bounce, got it down to the like forward 50. Like, it was just cool. So I was like, you know what? She can take the game on. I've got to take the game on too.
Love it. I don't know. I'd sort of say that right back at you, Jess. I think you're pretty confident. So yeah, that's one thing about your game I'd say I've learned from is your confidence, and in footy, that's a really, it's a vital thing to have. Yeah. So keep doing that, Jess.
Okay.
So you might also tell us a bit about your coaches, and have you still got the same coaches as last year?
So we've got a new coach, Shane. I've actually, because I haven't been able to go to trainings, I've only met Shane once at a club cricket day, and he seems like an absolute legend. Yeah, my type of bloke. Yeah, and then Tim, who's actually Jess's partner, is the assistant coach. And have you anyone else in that?
Oh, then we've got our team manager, Bomber, who is one of the girls, the 17.5s, who's actually going to play seniors with us all year. It's her dad. But yeah, we've had a different coach every year. And it's not anything bad, and I don't think it's our fault. I hope it's not our fault. But yeah, the first year we had David Smith, and he was awesome. He was like a life member. He'd played and coached at the club beforehand, so he wanted to come back and be involved, and he was really good for our first year. Like, it was just all positive, out there having fun, like learning a new skill. The second year we had another Dave, and he was a PT, so he really ramped up the fitness and everything like that. So he was good. He pushed us to that next level. And then yeah, this year is going to be, I think, even bigger and better, because Shane's come over from another club who was very successful. So, and he started at Lockleys years ago with the boys. So he wanted to, finish his career and back at the club that he started at. Yeah. So 3 coached in 3 years, but they've all been amazing.
Finish up with a couple light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moments on the field, either last year or in the pre-season this year?
I don't know.
I want to say Purdy, but
yeah, I was thinking Purdy too.
Purdy is a bit fiery.
Yes, very fiery. And yeah, she just
she'd be the first to start an on-field fight. That's might really
And I think she's also copped, an elbow to the head and had like a giant bruise on it was either a cheek or a eyebrow, but yeah, she's done a few silly things, and she kicked the ball the wrong way once too, which is hilarious. But I definitely have to say 30.
So who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team?
I was going to say that, and then I'm thinking the best singer and the best dancer. I feel like she might go into those categories as well.
Yeah.
The best dancer, or
yeah, look, best. I'd say yeah. I'd agree. G for the comedian. She's just a laugh, and especially when she had a few drinks under her belt, she's fun. And even Simone and Ellen. Ellen's a dark horse. When she's quiet, and then when she gets drunk, she's the best.
There's just an inner soul that comes out.
And she definitely has a dance and a sing, and yeah, I reckon everyone has elements of, being amazing.
Yeah.
And just making everyone laugh, making everyone happy. So yeah, for sure.
I think we're definitely not in amongst the I don't know, the comedian or the drug outgoing people.
No, I'm not a good singer or dancer.
So do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Yeah, I have to have fish and chips the night before. I just figure out there's salt in it, stops me from cramping. But yeah, sometimes I don't have fish and chips the night before, and yeah, it all goes pear-shaped.
Yeah. I got this from one of our teammates, Jeannie. So she came over to my place before a game once, and she hadn't had lunch. So she's like, oh, do you have any baked beans in the cupboard? So I gave her some baked beans, and she had the best game ever. So from then on, we both just had baked beans for lunch. So we have to slice toast and baked beans, and you're good to go. I don't know, protein and energy. I don't know, it just works.
I did not know that. I have to get on the train.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have to try those baked beans that you've got there, Jess. Maybe on game day. So, two final ones. Who has the best nickname in the team?
Lily Fingers.
I didn't know that was her nickname.
Oh.
I've been gone too long.
No, so in the first season, pre-season, Lily dislocated her finger, and it was like at a right angle. So now we call her Fingers. And even like Simone.
I was going to say Cyclone.
Yeah, so let's let him know.
But no, I don't actually know why we call her Cyclone Simone.
Oh, so yeah, we call Simone Cyclone Simone, because when she gets drunk, she turns into a cyclone sometimes. I don't really know anyone else though with funny nicknames. I feel the two standouts.
Yeah.
I was wondering where that one was going with Cyclone. But one final one. Last year, did you have a fine system? And if so, who copped the most fines?
We did have a fine system. What happened with the fines? I don't know.
Yeah. So thanks to Millie Gentle for that one. She brought the fines in, and yeah, it was great. We put it towards I reckon the alcohol for our silly Sunday stuff. Who got the most fines? I reckon it would have been G.
Yeah.
Because she'd always forget to take her Guernsey off, and she'd take it home, and just doing
late nights and just
silly things, alcoholic shenanigans, and Buffalo. Never play Buffalo ever.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
I still have it.
No. So it's where when you're drinking, you can't hold your alcohol in your dominant hand, and if someone calls you for Buffalo, you either scull it or you get fined. And if it's happening
now we got it,
for a night, you're either going to get broke or drunk.
I feel like South Australians play a lot more than us Victorians, but yeah.
Fair enough. Well, both of you, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. Congratulations on winning the Premiership last year. Obviously, you got a big jump into obviously 4 or 5 this year, and let's hope it all goes well. Hopefully, we'll get to have a chat with your team again. Hopefully, another Premiership maybe down there at Lockleys again, and hopefully it all goes well once the footy season gets underway in about, I think, maybe a month and a half time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. We've had lots of fun, and yeah, hopefully we'll be back on talking about our successes again.
Thank you, Will. Thanks for your time.
No worries. And that's Jess and Harriet. They're joining us from the Lockleys Football Club women's team that obviously won the Premiership in 2021. And of course, if you want to get involved with Lockleys throughout the season, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved down there. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.